Let's record to my computer. Recording in progress. There we go. We're recording. Thank you so much. Right, great. Carrying on. Suckering then. You were all doing so beautifully before I remembered, thanks to lovely Olia. Lovely. Then we're going to smile. And I want big, like crazy ass smile, yeah? Yeah, teeth everywhere, cheeks engaged, jaws open a little, both rows of teeth displaying beautifully. Feel the burn. Then we're going to sucker again. Then we're going to pucker, sucker, smile. Sucker. Duh. Smile. Let that go. Have a little shake off. Who was forgetting to breathe? I was. Remember to breathe, guys, when we're doing this exercise. When we're concentrating and when we're trying to learn a lot of our accent stuff, we do a lot of this. Let's keep it loosey-goosey. Let's keep it chilled. Let's keep breathing and let's work those articulators and those lips again one more time. So pucker, sucker, smiling, sucker, pucker in your own time. Follow my lead. Let's go. Sucker, higher. Sucker. Good, sucker. Keep going. Sucker. Last set. Sucker. Ding. Sucker. Good. Let that go. Well done, everyone. Now get in the meaty parts of your hands. Let's just gently massage those temples. Keep the shoulders heavy. Now we've worked the jaw, the cheekbones, those muscles around the lips. We're just going to lengthen them off and loosen them off. So we're just going to gently open that jaw and pull down that gap, that nice meaty gap that we have, and extend the jaw. And let's just repeat that a few times. Keep those shoulders heavy. We don't want to do this. Again, we're not leaning on any tables. Nice and upright. Loosen them off. Yes, if you've got glasses, this might be a little bit trickier. Stay under the glasses. And we're just gently massaging the jaw. We're going to do it one more time. When we get to the end, I want you to do a nice exhale and keep the jaw open for me. Hang it open. Tongue heavy. Long face. Yeah. There. Breathe. Let the mouth stay open. It's gonna feel weird. Who cares? Good. Well done, everyone. Lovely. Excellent, guys. Fantastic effort. Oh, Sveta's also put in the comments. Will you start recording, please? Yes, I did. I did. We're doing it. Lovely. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. Nice and open-minded. So we've done the lips and the jaw. Now I want us to work the tongue a little bit. We're going to do the tongue hook. This one is a bit weird, but we have my wonderful voice teacher from drama school to thank for this one. I want you to imagine there's a hook in the end of your tongue, like you're a little fish and you've just been caught by some horrible fishermen. And what we're going to do is imagine there's a string on the end of that hook and we're going to pull our tongues out like so. Yeah. I want you to do the hand action. Remember to breathe. We're going to pull our tongue around a little bit. Now we're going to go to this side. And keep pulling that string. We're stretching that tongue out. Good. Okay. Do the hands. Get the whole body involved. Good. And up here. Touch that nose. Oh no. We all look amazing. Down below again. Really reach that tongue out. Don't be shy. And if you want to add a little voice like I'm doing, crazy weird sound, let's do it. Ah, ah, ooh. Let the mouth do whatever it needs to do. Ooh. And down here, one more time. Ah, and release for me. Sort yourself out, tidy yourself up. Lovely guys, well done. So again, all we're doing is we're stretching that tongue out. I'm trying to remind you what muscles you've got within your apparatus, within that tongue. It's a very big, complex muscle. It comes quite far down the throat. And if we carry too much tension in that tongue, it can really impact how we say things. And I do find often with a lot of European speakers, the tongue tension at the back of the mouth is a little bit too intense, and we keep that tongue extra lifted when we really need to practice lowering it in the British accent. Even watching me now, can you see there's quite a lot of space in my mouth when I'm speaking? You can see that dark space because my tongue is quite low a lot of the time. Can you see? It's quite interesting. Fascinating. Oh, did someone unmute? Have you got a question? If anyone does have any questions, by the way, don't be afraid to speak up or just save them till the end. I will leave a little bit of time, okay? Is all of that making sense, everybody? Enjoying all your weird and wacky exercises I'm giving you? You're welcome. Do practice those in your own time. They're very, very helpful. At just getting you again to understand more of what you've got to work with in perfecting your British accent. We are going to jump the gun now just because we have not too much time together. We're going to come straight to tongue twisters, okay? In my next session, I will do a few more articulation exercises with you, but for now, let's get started. First one, I've put them in the chat here. In fact, let me just pop them in the Telegram because I haven't put them in there yet. They are three different tongue twisters. I'm going to say the first one and you can repeat after me. Let me get to the end. And if ever you feel yourself in my sessions, by the way, getting a bit het up, a little bit tight, a little bit tense, please just relax. We're supposed to learn. This is going to take time. You're only 3 weeks in, but I bet you have had a lot of information thrust in your brain. So please just take that pressure off yourself. Okay, you're going to learn better if you do that. Here we go. First tongue twister. A proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee pot. And please copy my rhythm as well, okay? I'll do it one more time. A proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee pot. Give that a try in your own time. And forgive me, I'm drinking a Red Bull. It's early and we don't have a kettle yet. Well done, guys. One more time. A proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee pot. Nice and slow. One more time. Good. Well done, guys. Good concentration. Moving on to the next one. Whose shoes should she choose? One, two, 1, 2, 3. That's the kind of rhythm we're going for, yeah? And notice what we're doing a lot of. Sucker shape. Whose shoes should she choose? Try again. Awesome. Well done. And the final one, we're going to come around individually in a moment as well. So pick the challenging tongue twister for you, and I'm going to quickly do a lightning bolt round, looking at these individually. Last one. I had 7 specially selected sausages. Beautiful, beautiful people, beautiful, beautiful. I had 7, oh, especially I said then, specially. I had 7 specially selected sausages. Good, well done. Nice, guys. Excellent. Let me just quickly check how many we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, lovely. Great. So we're going to do a little lightning bolt round. I don't know if you all know, but on Zoom you've got a raise hand function. If you could raise your hand when you're ready to go, and then once you've done with me, can you lower your hand just so I can see how many people have got left to go? I just want to give you all a little bit of individual time before we come to the conversation, just so I can check where we're at with our accents and just meet you all individually prior to starting the conversations. We're going to start with Olia, who made me put the recording button on. So thanks. Hello, how are you doing?
Hi, Pippa. Good. How are you?
Yes, I'm very good, thank you. What tongue twister do you want to look at briefly?
I think the last one that's all the sounds that I struggle with.
Okay, let's go.
I had 7 specially selected sausages.
Well done. Lovely. Head, head. It sounded almost like head, like my head on my shoulders, yeah? Had. Try and think
Had.
more of a wider, flatter sound for me. Had.
I had.
Thank you. Better. Lovely. And with that D, oh, go on. Have you got a question?
Oh, no, no, no. Keep going. Yep.
Great. With that D,
Yep.
can we make sure it's got a nice kind of plosive ending so it's not as much a dentalized T, head? Can we try and keep it had and almost spit that D out and make a D sound at the end of it? Yeah?
I had
Yeah, excellent.
7.
Lovely. So what I'm trying to get Olivia to do here, guys, is and do pay attention when I'm speaking to other people because you might need to take some of this on board as well. I'm just trying to get her to make sure that tongue releases after the D rather than going head, had,
Mm-hmm.
had. I'm getting her to
Had.
practice bringing that tongue down.
Had.
Lovely. Much better.
Had.
Yes, lovely. And
Yeah.
then what other sound in there are you nervous about?
As like seven, especially especially in the beginning. So
Yeah.
I always say it in a very strong form,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Do it one more time
seven.
for me, the whole tongue twister again.
I I had seven specially selected sausages.
There's nothing wrong with your S's. Get that out of your
Oh,
head. I don't think you've got a
I
problem
didn't.
there.
I'm
That
surprised.
sounded
Okay.
strong and fine. I don't know if anyone, like, again, as well as if I contradict anything any other teachers say, that's just my opinion. Please bear that in mind as well. I think your S's are fine. I think sometimes we get in our head like, oh, I really struggle with that. And like, it's just because it's a new sound or a new shape that we're not used to doing. But actually, it just is. So I would actually say don't worry about your S's too much. For you, I think that tongue, I mentioned the tongue lowering is something that needs to
Yeah.
happen a little bit more. I think that's maybe something that needs to happen a little bit more. So in fact, let's all do this exercise, guys. We're going to do the tongue canoe, I call it. I want you to just be really aware of your tongue. What I want you to do now is lower that tongue and make it hollow in the bottom of your jaw like a canoe. Ah, ah. If you need to open your jaw a little bit more, that's fine. But practice scooping that tongue out like there's a big canoe in there. Lovely. Then release that. Let the tongue come back to neutral, wherever that is for you. Okay, in the mouth. And then we're going to push the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And release. Let the tongue come back to neutral. Good. Hollow it out. Back to neutral. Push. Neutral. One more time. Hollow it out. Neutral. Neutral. Good. Well done. Olia's checking that she's doing it right. Well done, everyone. Again, what I'm trying to get you to
When the
realize.
tongue is at the bottom, is it touching the teeth,
Yeah,
the side teeth? Yeah.
you can see. It's a bit tricky with my lighting. The sun is coming up. Ah, it's just kind of pushing it, pulling it down a little bit, okay? Um, just to get you used to seeing and feeling where that is. I know it's tempting to put your finger in your mouth, check it. I really want you to focus. It's a bit like dancing, right? If you look at your feet too much, you just put yourself off. So I want you to, and it's good that you're using a mirror, you're double checking. Yeah, good. That's good, Ollie. Yeah. Really, really good. It's just a little exercise. We're not trying to replicate that shape too often. Let go of it, Olia. Drop it. Drop the exercise. You've got it. You did it. Breathe, darling. It's absolutely fine. So you did the exercise. You can do that, no problem. Just practicing that to get the awareness, everybody, of where your tongue is in position is just a very helpful thing to do. So again, we're not trying to replicate that too much in speech and think I need to hollow my tongue at any point. It's more just an exercise to, again, heighten our awareness of where we're placing that tongue. Does that make sense?
So what you're saying is to have this head more
Had.
open.
Ha.
That
Can you
head
see I'm
more
almost canoeing my tongue when I say had? Ha,
head,
ha. That tongue
head.
is low. Yeah. And I'm also just saying generally, a lot of Europeans keep their tongue quite lifted. So I want you to get used to the feeling of having it in a more neutral, lower position, and also even an extreme lower position where we're artificially kind of pulling it down and not keeping it in that neutral placement in the mouth where it's just resting on the teeth and that jaw. Make sense?
Yep.
Lovely. I'm going to leave
Okay.
you there, darling. Any questions?
All good. Thank
All
you.
good. Fantastic. You're welcome. Right, lightning speed. Let's go. Iana Bogdanova, please. Which tongue twister would you like to work out on, my love?
I will go with the first one.
Go for it.
A proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee pot.
Lovely. Great. Have you done schwas yet, everyone? Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent. You did really good schwa in the second one. That first A, though, and I did give you an A proper cup of coffee. It was a bit more of a eh. Can I make sure it's an A, like a diphthong?
A,
A.
A. I thought that it should be schwa here, no?
I'm
A,
making you not do a schwa here, okay? So A
okay.
proper.
A proper cup of coffee
Yeah, lovely,
in
lovely, love.
a coffee pot.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then on that proper, can we make sure there's no r rolled R on the end of it? A proper. There's
Proper.
no rhoticity in the British accent, yeah? We don't want
Mhm.
to Americanize that up too much. So proper.
Proper.
Yeah, much nicer. Lovely. Thank you. A proper.
A proper.
Yeah, good. And be careful that we don't add that r in the beginning of proper as well. Pro.
Pro, pro,
Pro.
a pro.
Yeah, good, good, good. Getting there, getting there. So with the R, guys, do we know what happens to our mouth when we do the R shape in the British accent when it's following a consonant? No. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate because I had to work on this when I went to drama school. My voice teacher was like, what are you doing with your R's? And I was like, I don't know, I'm from Essex, mate. Like, this is what I meant to sound like, isn't it? And she was like, no. So I'm just going to teach you because I had a very weak R. Not that you necessarily have that, but you are tapping your R's quite profusely. And we don't really tap the R's in our British accents. So what I'd like to see from you, everyone can practice this as well. When we do the R, and I'm using my hand, this is my tongue. Hello. Oh, that's my tongue. I'm pasting it palm up, and if this helps you, please use your hands and your body and your physicality to help you understand these things. Okay, it does help. When we make the R sound, we're lifting the tongue up, ha, like it's like curling up around, and then we're flicking it forward. So we're kind of pulling the tongue up. We're making the sound, and we should really engage the lips a bit too, and then we release that tongue, okay? So when you're practicing your R's, I had to do around the rock, the ragged rascal ran 1,000 times during my drama school training. That might be a good tongue twister for you, Iana. Iana?
Jana, yeah.
Yana. Mwah. Okay, as if it's with a Y. I gotcha. That could be a good exercise for you, my love. And don't be afraid to use this as an exercise and hover on that R. So let's just try proper. Can you just do that?
Proper,
Yeah, good.
proper,
Lovely. One more time.
proper, proper.
Can you feel the tongue lifting? And because we're
Yeah.
exaggerating the length of it,
Mhm.
you're hovering there rather than tapping it on the alveolar ridge.
Uh-huh.
That's much better. Great. You've got a great call and response. So well done.
Thank you.
That's all right. Have you got any questions? I'll leave you there. Otherwise, that's plenty.
No,
Lovely. Well done.
I'm
Fantastic
sorry,
effort.
Pippa. Can
Hello.
I squeeze in just
Yes. Who
quickly
is that?
about this R sound? It's Ola again.
Hola. Hello. Yes.
Yeah, um, because we had actually a lesson, and I remember it was a video from other teachers about R, and that in British, this R is actually more like wa.
Hmm.
So it's like
It
wa
depends.
instead of so it's like you don't say
Where,
you say wa.
what, what word do you think we might use the W on more than the R? Because I wouldn't ever go,
In most,
really, I'm really hungry. That wouldn't sound
like
right, does
like
it?
in this one, like proper
Yeah.
in the word
Raw.
proper, for example, how would you say it?
No, so again, and this is where I think it's quite individualistic on where and who you are as a person, because if you are 18 and you're growing up watching YouTube and you're a little bit lazier in your articulation, you might want to put the W in place a little bit more. But like I just said, for pretty much everyone on this call, if I said, I'm really hungry and I really want some Wevels, like we don't use a W sound on the R too often. It's just, I think, in the middle of certain words. I'm trying to think what words there might be. Oh, typical, can't think of any words now where it might creep in. You might hear me do it at some point, like make it more of a W sound, but generally, for you guys, you're all mature. You're all grown adults with real jobs, and most of you are not going to use a W in the R shape too often. I think it's really important when we're learning our British, yeah, everyone. I mean, even then, everyone. If I make it too much of a W, it's not going to happen. It sounds weird. Everyone. I sound like the Queen of Hearts in Tim Burton's thing. Does that make sense what I'm kind of saying? It's dependent. I think if you're a younger kind of, I don't even know, the Gen X's, millennials, whatever, you might use it more. But I think it's really important that you learn the foundations in kind of our heightened RP and RP accent, our classic British accent, and then we tweak it to suit your personality and the context of which you're in. I always talk about the context because when I'm speaking to you guys, I'm going to sound very different than when I'm speaking to Lilo directly, or if I'm speaking to my husband, or if I'm having an argument with my cat, or my nephew's being a little, you know, naughty one. I'll have to tell him to talk slightly different and talk to him slightly differently than I would my mum, for example. So it's context is really, really important. Yeah, I'm just trying to think everyone, how they might have every. Now they are still present to me. Um, but I do get who and why, not who, but why they've said that. It is a thing, like little, for example. But again, that's more of a glottal in play rather than, and there's no R in there, but like there's things that we do that are more W sounding because we are getting more lazy with our accents. But I'm pretty sure most of you want to sound a little bit more pronounced and well articulated. That being said, when we get to my final session, we'll look at the personality and the context a little bit more, okay? Does that kind of help and make sense what I've said? If anyone does have more questions on that, let's get to that at the end. We can go over it in a bit more detail, but fab question. Well done. Alina, you've been pinned for a while. Let's quickly come to you.
Okay. So, a proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee pot.
Yeah, lovely. Well done. Copy. So what I'm hearing is that we're kind of keeping a lot of the energy on the ka, the k sound, quite a lot of the back of the
Mhm.
throat, and it does happen there. Spot on. K. But as soon as we've done the k sound, I want you to think about it all just falling forward out of your mouth. K, and just repeat after me. K, k, k.
Ka.
Good. Can everyone hear? I'm trying to k k k. I'm not keeping the sound at the back of my throat. Alina went ka ka ka, and what I want is k k k. Can you hear the difference? It's like a
Okay, I'll
little
try. Ka, ka, ka.
good.
Something like
Well done.
this.
Better. It's almost like you're saying car. Can we make it instead of car? Can we make it like an ER, like k k k?
Ka.
Yeah, excellent. Well done. So can you hear like the voice is kind of carrying forward a little bit more? It's more of a placement and a
Mhm.
directional, energetic shift, I would say. So again, this is something I see. Where are you from, Alina, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I was born in Ukraine,
Okay,
but
wonderful. So yeah, what I hear with a lot of like accents, especially in like the Ukrainian, is more of a we kind of keep things a little bit further back in the throat. And for you and our British accents, we do again, like I've mentioned already, you can see my tongue is quite open. I keep a lot of the resonance in the front of my mouth. So for you, my love, really practice, especially on the K sounds or the G sounds that start back here, or the glottals. Really try and keep about think about throwing them forward and letting them release forward rather than keeping them sat on your throat, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
okay. Well, okay.
I know,
I
lots
think
to think.
I think I think yes. I've never
Yeah,
thought about this before, to
I
be
know.
honest.
Sure thing. When you're speaking now, like in your British accent, you are bringing it quite forward, which is lovely. So let's just do it on this tongue twister. A proper cup of coffee. So on that cup, think about bringing it forward to join that P at the front of the mouth. And coffee, we're using the F at the front of the mouth as well. So really try and, again, just visualize however it works for you. As soon as you've done that K sound, we're coming to the front of the mouth. And luckily, both of those words do finish at the front of the mouth. Yeah. So really just try and think that, and let's just try the tongue twister one more time.
Okay. A proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee pot. I
Yes.
think I'm just shouting this word
No,
instead
it's
of
good. It's good.
saying that.
Honestly, if volume helps, that's great. You were giving it more energy and you were just trying to move it forward, and I could see that, and that was exactly what I wanted. So well done. You did really, really well. The final thing with you is the O sound. Again, we don't want it to copper. I want you to think about coming up and under rather than over too much. Copper, copper. If anything, I think it's
Copper,
coming at it. Yeah, again.
copper,
Yeah. So it's more on voice and less intentionally going up to the roof of the mouth and staying at the back more. Copper.
copper,
Good. Coffee.
coffee,
Yeah, good. Coffee. Be careful it doesn't become coffee. Coffee. Can you see how my jaw is releasing, my lips are rounding? Coffee.
co coffee,
Yeah,
coffee.
excellent. Better. Lovely. Any questions, Alina?
No, not really. Thank you.
Fantastic. You're so welcome. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Roman M, please. Thanks, guys. Well done. What tongue twister, Roman?
Right. Can you try the same?
Yeah, let's go for it.
A proper cup of coffee in a cup of coffee pot.
Lovely. Really good rhythm and intonation. Roman gave it to me pretty much how I gave it to all of you guys, how I wanted it. A proper cup of
Cup
coffee
of
in a copper coffee pot. Lovely. Good, good, good. Stress there as well. Lovely. Is there any sound in particular that you're struggling with, Roman? Stay unmuted while I'm with you. You're good.
uh, R
Mm.
and yeah, yeah. It's my pain.
Eh. On the A's, you mean? On the A and the
Yeah,
the schwa.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, lovely, lovely. One thing I'm going to ask you to do is remove your elbows from your desk for me. Let's sit up a little bit. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Why it just carries more tension up here and then we get a bit stuck and that's why we go instead of ah. Lovely. So let's just try it now a loosey goosey A. Just say A, the letter A for me.
A,
Spot on. Now let's make it a schwa. Ah,
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 ah.
on Roman.
Yeah, but
Let's
yeah.
yeah, go
The
on, go
main
on.
problem, my jaw is tense. I can open my mouth high, or I don't know, some. I have some problems with my jaw. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
Well,
always closed.
you did both the sounds really, really well then. I would say that both those sounds were spot on. If you're struggling with jaw, this exercise that we did at the beginning is going to help loosen these things off, guys. Everyone, let's just have another little jaw relax. And what's going to help as well is marrying the breath to the movement. So this is quite important. So breathe in, exhale as you release. Whenever you're releasing tension, exhaling we all do it, don't we, after a stressful day? We breathe out, we let it all go. So just loosening that and not forcing it too much, Romy. So it's not an aggressive thing, but when you get to the bottom, let everything melt away. Even if you need to scream it up like Edvard Munch's masterpiece, stay here for a bit and let that jaw hang out, and you're going to get used to releasing that tension. Another good exercise, guys, is with the pads of your fingers, is just massaging all of this area. It's not going to give you wrinkles. Don't panic, don't worry. Um, but just loosening off all of this. There's a very complex round muscle around the lips. If that's tight, it's going to add into the jaw. That's going to add into the neck. If the neck's tight, all of these things are married into each other. Okay, so that's why I always like to start with some sort of physical warm up. The other thing, Roman, again, just having met you for a brief moment, try and similar with we're already identifying problems, right? We're already like, well, I know now that I have an issue with my jaw and I clench my left ear when I'm trying to say the K sound. Like, try your best not to stick with these things because they will only hinder you. When you just did both those sounds for me, Roman, you got them spot on. Just calling and responding, which shows me that you're very receptacle to just repeating and taking it. But then we get in our own head, don't we? And we're like, oh, but I've still got that problem with this. You didn't in that instant, okay? So you did really, really well. Let's just try the tongue twister one more time. And I really want to focus on those schwas for me, or that second schwa. But on the first one, I do want a proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee pot. And let's not worry about the jaw, and let's just try the whole tongue twister again.
A proper cup of coffee, a cup of coffee pot.
Yeah,
Uh,
good, good, good. Just say in a.
in a
Yeah, in a.
in a copper
Yeah, copper
in
is
a
spot on. Well done. Just say coffee
in a
pot.
coffee pot.
Yeah, coffee pot. Rather than pot and get into the T too quickly, can we make sure that oh sound is nice and rich? Pot.
Oh, pot,
Yeah,
coffee pot.
pot. Good. And with that tongue, can we lower it a little bit? So when we go to the oh sound, can you see my tongue is pretty flat in the mouth, I would say. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, spot on.
oh,
And lovely shape,
oh,
lovely length in the jaw. Ot.
coffee pot, pot,
Yeah, pot.
pot,
Yeah, okay, good,
oh,
good, good. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Get in there. Now let's just go
pot,
pot a little bit longer.
pot.
Yeah, lovely. Can you feel that resonance in the mouth when you do that? You
Yeah.
feel the vibrations, yeah? I want that kind of vibration, but on a shorter vowel sound. So pot.
Pot.
There it is. Great. So it's not pot, it's not keeping it high and tense and at the back, it's bringing it forward and letting it resonate. And you did it spot on then. So really good. Any questions?
Thank you. No, no, always good.
Fantastic. Well done, Raymond. Lovely. Excellent call and
Thank you.
response.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Dimitri S, please. If you can turn your video on as well. Yeah, fabulous. That's helpful.
Yeah. The second one.
Yeah.
Whose shoes should she choose?
Lovely. Really, really good. Choose, choose, choose. Good. So choose, I'm hearing it's again tongue quite high, similar to what I was saying with Olia. Can we try on the ooh sound? So make the ooh shape. Don't say anything for me yet. So make the ooh shape that you were. Can you just try and let that tongue release slightly in the mouth? Yeah, and then say it. Choose.
Choose.
Oh my God, I could cry. That was so nice. Lovely resonance. I want you to try and keep that resonance there for me on the whole tongue twister. Whose shoes should she choose?
Whose shoes should she choose?
Yes, good, good, good. Much better. Well done. Oh, it's such a subtle difference. Really, really nice. So again, what I want is a little bit more resonance in the mouth by lowering that tongue a little bit. On the shoe, choose, true, 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 it's really easy to want to lift it and keep that sound quite tight in the mouth. But yeah, the more shape and space we can, not shape, the more space we can allow in the mouth, the better. And that was really great. Now I'm actually going to give you permission, Dimitri, to say it a little bit more naturally. Whose shoes should she choose? I don't know. Do you? Give it to me like an actual question if you don't mind.
Whose shoes should she choose?
Yeah, lovely, fantastic. So with you, whose shoes should she choose? What I want now is just a little bit more specificity and a little bit less running in. Whose shoes, shoe. Rather than that, can we really break up each words? Even though I want it more natural, I kind of want everything in its isolation a little bit more precisely. Whose shoes should she choose? I'm really breaking up that should she choose, yeah? So just try one more time for me, really isolating everything clearly.
Whose shoes should she choose?
Yes, much better. Lovely. So what that was doing was actually precise. I was going to say precisening. That's not a word. Tightening up and being more precise with all of those kind of consonant clusters made it less chewy and less zhuzhy, and more like the actual word. So that was good. Before we were just, I would say, making the sh and the zh sounds a little bit too wishy-washy. But that was really good clarity, really, really good specificity again. Not to alarm any of you, but I am kind of just quickly testing you and seeing what you're picking up quickly, which is why I want to do some more individual things with you like this. So that was really helpful for me to see, Dimitri, and that was excellent. Have you got any questions?
No, thank you.
Fantastic. All right, let's move along. Fantastic effort. Let's go to Dennis Skits. Oh, he disappeared. Oh, he's gone. I'm going to go to Yelena. Yelena next.
Hello. Yes, I'd like to
Please.
try number 3, I think. I had 7 specially selected sausages.
Lovely. Well done. Very good. I want that E on selected, the second one, to still be an E sound and not a selected. Selected.
Selected.
Yeah.
Selected.
Yeah, careful. You did it good the first time, and then in repeating, we went selected again almost. Selected. So when that tongue lowers, we've still got to keep the E shape at the back of the tongue. Select or selected, we'd schwa it up. Selected.
Selected. Selected.
That's it. The second one was stronger. Can you hear and feel the difference?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, again, it's subtle, but again, it's these tiny little nuances, guys, isn't it? Where people go, "Where are you from?" Oh, you're
Russia.
not from around here, are you? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was acting there. Yeah, she's from Russia. So great. The you've got a really nice clarity to what you're saying. It's just oh, can you see the sunlight coming through now? The day is here. The day has begun. What a great way to start the day. But that was really good. Well done. So let's just try selected again. Make sure it's spot on for me. Do the whole tongue twister. And I don't want to hear selected. I want to hear selected.
The whole one, yes?
Do the whole thing and don't lose
Okay.
the
I'll
articulation.
try. I had seven specially selected sausages.
Good, well done. It's creeping in on southern. Could you all hear and see that? Almost sounded like you were saying southern. She's a southern girl from London, yeah? Seven, eh. And I think what's going to help you is when you're talking,
Mhm.
there's a little reluctance to involve this area, these muscles, yeah. But when we're making the lovely E sound, rather than it coming down here, E, like Phoebe Waller-Bridge, or maybe some of the the proper posh ones, that might suit you, and we might develop that. Can we try making it E? Can we get these corners lifted in the lips? E, seven,
E,
yeah,
E,
seven. Can you
E.
see how my corners are engaged on the word seven? Seven.
Seven.
Thank you.
Seven.
Much better. Especially.
Specially.
Yeah. Good. So it's that eh sound and the e sound in particular, I think that maybe, again, you don't have a problem with, but just be aware that in certain words, especially after a lower draw consonant like the L, I don't want the sound to creep in. We need to make sure that clarity of the eh and the e is still there. Otherwise, we get lost of what you're even saying. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Any
Thank
questions?
you. No, thank you.
Splendid. We're nearly there, guys. Well done. And then we're going to start our beautiful conversations. Julia A, please. Just check.
Hello, Pippa.
Hello, darling. What one would you like to do?
I've chosen first one,
Go for it.
the first sentence. A proper cup of coffee in a coffee pot.
Lovely. Good. You did the schwa right, like we would do at the start of the word, but can I try a proper cup of coffee first of all, please?
A proper cup of coffee in a coffee pot.
Yeah, lovely, fantastic. Well done, Julia. What I would say is just on proper, whenever we see the ER, I do want you almost to think AH instead of ER. So a proper, what I'm hearing, like an au pair, like almost like you're saying an ERE word, proper. Can you think more open and long as
Proper.
opposed to proper? Yeah, proper.
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 A proper.
Yeah. Good.
Proper.
Hello.
Proper.
Lovely. Good. So pause for me there. And when this is a general note for everybody. If you get any feedback from a teacher or you're trying to do something, really, what's really helpful, Julian, it's good that you're diving in and just trying different ways, just to help you in your practice, everybody. Just slow it down. When we just repeat it and drill it, and we're not sure what we're doing, sometimes we get a little bit muddled, and then we just keep making the same mistake. You did get there eventually, which is great to see, Julia. So well done. But just pause for a moment, think about what's being asked of you, and just see if we can access that. Slowly and in a chilled state, as it were. Otherwise, we just end up kind of going, and then it can all get a bit muddled, okay? But well done. You did get there. Let's just try that one more time. Just repeat after me. We're going to repeat it 3 times. Proper. Your turn.
Proper.
Good. Proper.
Proper.
Excellent. One more time. Proper.
Proper.
Excellent. And do you see how
Proper.
you're trying to get that happening, which is fantastic. That's what I want to see more of, is that really
Proper.
Yeah.
Proper.
There we go. Lovely. Good. A little bit more of that intentional practice. That's all right. Well done. Have you got any questions?
Could you check my drop vowel cop cop?
Cop. Yeah.
Is it correct?
I would say for
Cop.
you, what I'm seeing, what I'm seeing in you is this cop, prop,
Cop.
quite tight-lipped. Yeah. When I say it in my British accent, pro.
Cop.
Pro. We're almost doing that sucker shape, but I'm releasing that jaw a little bit more. Pro and co. The tongue is lowering, almost doing that canoe shape that we practiced at the start of class. Yeah, does that make sense? So what for you, what might be helpful is doing more of this jaw release exercise. Relaxing, making sure that exhalation is happening there. Yeah, and it's just coming in this bit. So where there's that the muscles here, that's where we're kind of massaging between the 2 teeth, the rows of teeth, yeah? Also a good exercise, everyone. Let's all practice this. Get your thumbs for me. Sit nice and upright, very gently under the jaw, here where your tongue muscle is very prominent. Just giving that a really nice little muscle massage and letting the jaw hang heavy. Think about letting all the face just melt away with tension. We're not prodding. If it hurts, please stop. We shouldn't be doing that. We've got lymph nodes around there and all sorts of precious things. Just gently waking up that muscle just to ease it slightly. And again, if we've got tongue tension, we'll likely develop jaw tension. If we've got jaw tension, we're likely not going to open our mouth very much, and that's not going to help our British accents. Okay, so maybe those are some exercises that could help you a little bit, Julia, just to help loosen off and get used to this kind of shape. And I know it's not very attractive, like we never want to be, walking around like that. But it's a useful exercise to do when we're practicing our British accents, okay? Any questions?
No question. Thank you.
Fantastic. Last but not least, it says, before you move again, let me pin you. Oh, wait, 6 others raised hand. If you have been, please delete your hands for me, just so I can make sure that I've gone through everyone. I thought it was last but not least. No, oh, still a few more people. Denis Witkowski. Skier.
Oh,
Is that right? Hi, I'm not sure. How do I say your name? Is it Dennis?
correct, Dennis. Yes, my name
the
is
whole
Dennis.
thing. Awesome. Great. What tongue twister would you like to do?
Number one,
Number 1, off you go.
a proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee pot.
Yeah, excellent. Well done. What I'm hearing is coffee, 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 caw. It's that
Oh,
oh sound. Yeah. Good. So for
coffee.
you, have you got your elbows on your desk?
Yes.
Let's pull those away. Thank you very much. Let's try rather than can I have caw? Like you're coughing. Yeah, it's that forward kind of intention and that open mouth. So just open the mouth for me a little bit, first of all. Let the tongue be heavy. Everyone can join in. Join in, everybody. Tongue nice and heavy. That's me having a heavy tongue. Uh-huh. And then I just want you to add the k in there. K,
Cup,
k, k. See if
cup,
you can release that corners of your mouth for me. You're kind of half smiling. Be
mhm,
miserable. Be miserable. Oh, ka,
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 ka. Good.
ka,
And now you're making the ka sound nicely, which is good. Now can we change it to a ka sound? Ka with
ka,
the K.
ka, ka,
Caw.
ka,
Can you almost sucker those lips like we did in the exercise? Really round them for me. Caw, caw.
ka, ka,
Lovely. If it helps, get these lovely fingers and just pop them there. Caw. Like you're a fish almost. Caw. Yeah. Caw, caw.
ka,
Again.
ka, ka,
Coffee. Again.
coffee,
Yeah.
coffee,
Well done.
coffee,
Well done for doing silly, weird exercises from that weird British girl. That was fantastic. Well done. Just try it one more time for me. Coffee.
coffee, coffee,
Yeah, good. Better.
coffee.
Good correction. Well done. So I think you've just got a tendency again from the brief moment. And again, guys, remember this is a brief moment I've met you and seen you speak for the first time in a British accent. So please don't take what I'm saying and think that's a problem I have now forevermore. It's not. It's just something I'm highlighting in this context, okay, on this occasion. For me, what I'm seeing is that we're still kind of got the tendency to go instead of oh. So for you, practicing differentiating those sounds. So just say up for me.
Up, up, up,
Yeah,
up,
lovely, fantastic. Just 3 times is fine. And now let's just go op like an operation, yeah? Op,
up,
op.
up, up, up.
Yeah, good. Okay, so I'm still lacking a bit of differentiation between those two things. What I kind of gave you as an exercise will help making this kind of shape, oh, and getting that
Oh,
tongue lowered like a canoe. Oh. Just do that sound.
oh, oh, oh.
Much better. Can you hear the difference between oh and ah?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. So that's one thing I really want you to practice. Again, the minute we kind of aren't clear enough, that's when words don't sound like what we're used to. And then that's when people think, okay, you're not from around here. So can you practice that for me a little bit more in your own time?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, of course.
excellent. Homework for you. Have you got any questions? Was there anything else I could explain better? Okay, excellent. Again, guys, if there's anything I've given you and you're not sure upon reflection after the class, just put it in our group chat. on Telegram, and I'll do my best to help you. Lovely. Looks like everyone's hands are down, or unless I've missed anyone else. Lower hand? I can't see any more hands. Oh no, there are more hands. I can see more hands. Oh, goodness me. Andre, well done, guys. Well done for your patience. There we go. Let's have a go.
Right. Hello, Pippa. Good morning,
Hello.
actually.
Good
Yes.
morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I don't know. Everybody did number one. I'll go for number two, please.
Okay, let's go.
Whose shoes should she choose?
Good. Lovely. Whose? Can we try whose instead of whose shoes?
Whose?
Yeah, good, good, good. And let's make it a little bit more natural now. Just that word, whose.
Whose?
Yeah, good. Whose. I think we're keeping that tongue a little bit too elevated for me. So just canoe that tongue out
Whose?
for me a little bit more, like we did at the
Whose?
start. Hang on, let's just rewind. Let's go to that tongue hollowing exercise. Everyone do it for me. Like you're making a U shape. Great. And then let it come back to neutral for me, Andre. Great. Keep the mouth open for me. So try not to close the lips.
Yeah,
Hollow.
yeah.
Release. Push. Release. Good. Well done, well done, well done. Whose? I'm kind of canoeing my tongue on whose. So think about scooping up and under on it. If you need to change the pitch, that's fine. Whose?
Whose?
Yeah, whose? Whose?
Whose?
Whose? Yeah, lovely. Great, great z shape on there as well and sound. That's normally something I have to really stress and practice. Who? Can we take the z away from it though and just say who for me? I just want to hear that again.
Who?
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 Oh, yeah. So what I'm hearing is that H sound, the that aspirate kind of breathy contraction that we make to make the sound. I'd say it's lingering a little bit too long, and what I want us to do is get away from the breathiness of that and get onto the resonance of the vowel sound itself sooner. Does that make sense?
Yes. So how will
Yes.
it sound then?
So rather than who, can I try ooh? Can we break it up even more? So I want a short, sharp sound followed by a ooh with a glottal at the start.
Who?
So break it up. We're not saying the whole word yet. We're making two different sounds. Ooh.
Ooh.
Thank you. One more time. Ooh.
Ooh.
Excellent. Can you see as well how Andre has sat back because he's realized his body is really getting involved in making the sound. Naturally, that happened, okay?
It was much more difficult when I was like this. Yes, definitely.
Exactly. Thank you for telling everybody that. That's exact music to my ears. Ah. That's it. That is it. If we are slouched over, guys, our diaphragm is constricted. It's not going to help us make all these sounds that we don't realize we need our bodies for. When we do like a G sound, g, 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 ha, ha, ha. It's all very guttural. There's a reason we talk about guts. They've got gumption and guts. These sorts of words start down here. So very good. Well done. So what I'm trying to get you to do is make sure that short, sharp sound is exactly that, short and sharp. And then when we've got the ooh, you can just hear and feel, right? That's just like a kind of
Ooh.
chewy, lovely sound, isn't it? Yeah. What I love as well, Andre, is that you're kind of going ooh, you're kind of bobbing around on the note a little bit. Can we just make it an ooh, like a short, sharp ooh, one note, one syllable?
Ooh.
Yeah, ooh.
Ooh.
Almost like you're going, ooh are you?
Who are you?
Ooh are you?
Who are you?
Yeah, good, good, good. Well done. So what I want to see now is that replicated when we piece it back together like a jigsaw puzzle. We've got the short, sharp huh. Don't worry about the z at whose yet. I just want who. Who.
Who?
Excellent. Good, good, good. And now make that ooh a little bit longer for me. Just a smidgen. Who.
Who?
Yeah, okay, good. Now we've creeped that tongue back up again a little bit and it's becoming her, almost quite I'd say French maybe in position. I don't know. Who. Let's go back to huh. The
Ha.
H, sorry. So voiceless, yeah. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Repeat after me.
Ooh.
Did I say who yet? I didn't, Andre.
No.
So why did you?
Did I?
Ooh,
Did I?
you did. Well done, well
Right.
done. I'm winding you up and being extra nitpicky with you because I know I can be. Can you hear what I'm trying to get you to do more of though? Less A.
Yeah, but it's very difficult to
Of
repeat. I don't
course it
know.
is. Of
To
course.
me, it sounds as if I do it the correct way, but for
Yes.
you, it didn't sound.
Yes, exactly. So I think again for you, it's just that tongue positioning. What's going to be a good exercise for you to do to pepper in your day to day is that hollowing tongue exercise, pushing up exercise. And again, guys, these aren't mindless exercises. I don't want you just being like not bothered. You've got to pay attention to what you're doing so that you can implement it on demand. When I say lower your tongue there, you'll go, sure, boom, and you've done it. That's the level we want to get to, yeah? So for you, if you could practice that hollowing tongue exercise and also practice it following some different consonants afterwards. So you can hollow the tongue and just saying like up, oop, like making the vowel sounds, but trying to keep the tongue lower, and you'll hear they sound a bit wrong. Then that's not the correct position for all of them. But I just want you to practice keeping that muscle engaged, or really, no, it's still an engagement of the muscles in a shape while doing other things around it. Does that make sense? It's like holding a plank whilst doing like some wall taps or trying to touch your ankles or elbows to knees or something. I'm trying to get you to juggle a different way. Does that make
Right.
sense, Andre?
Yes, it does. It does.
Excellent. I'm going to leave that with you, but really good call and response. I can tell that you're aware of what you're doing. It's just now just a case of practicing and being extra sure of what you're doing with
Okay.
your tools. But
Thank you.
fantastic work. Excellent. We're nearly there, guys. We're going to get onto these conversations. I can't wait. Make sure you remove your hands for me if you have gone, just so I can be sure. I've got just a few people left. Lovely. Paulina. Thanks for changing your name to help me out there on your Zoom. Oh, technical. There we go. Which
Right.
tongue twister would you like to do, my love?
The same.
Okay, off you go.
Whose shoes should she choose?
Lovely. Really good, actually. One more time.
Whose shoes should she choose?
Yeah, excellent. Whose. So rather than it being like a ooze, again, this is quite a tense shape in the whole tongue, I would say. The tongue's quite high up. Ooze. It's almost like we're constricting the sound up here. Who? What I would like to see is a little bit more relaxation. Yeah, whose shoes should she choose? Just slow it down for me and try and make it, even though the chewiness of this tongue twister is present, can we make it less chewy and a little bit more precise, like we are the queen herself, please?
Whose shoes should she choose?
Yeah, okay, lovely. Well done. Excellent. Whose shoes? Can we try and break that up for me now?
Whose shoes should she choose?
Yeah, good. Should she choose? Should she choose? Can you see how I'm releasing? Look at me first of all. Good, well done. See how I'm releasing? Should she choose? My lips are suckering profusely. I would like that precision a little bit more from you. So we've got to make sure we get the release in there. We don't want to just stay here like this the whole time because then it gets a bit muddy. All right, so try one more time for me. Let the lips do their suckery fabulousness, please.
Should she choose?
Yes, fantastic. Good, guys. This is the level of precision I want us to have, that awareness of releasing on a pin drop notice. Fantastic. That was much better for me. I think that's like the main thing for you is I'd practice the pucker smiling exercise to make sure that we get in this lovely sucker shape. And to be honest, shoes, true. I think you got a good enough resonance for now. I don't want to interfere with that. Have you got any questions?
No.
That was great. Really, really good. Good observations and good quick changing of what I was asking you to do. Fantastic, Paulina. Well done.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Tatiana G. Well done, everyone, for your patience and paying attention to everybody's.
Hello.
Hello. Good to see you, Tatiana. What would you like to work on?
Can I say number one, please? A proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee pot.
Fantastic. Well done. Do it one more time for me.
A proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee pot.
Really good. Really, really good. That's pretty good, everyone, isn't it? That's pretty good, everyone, isn't it? Yeah, no, that did make sense what I said. Lovely. The main thing for me, and this is kind of the only thing actually, in a, just say in a copper.
In a copper.
Yeah, you're doing a bit of an Essex thing and a bit more of a South London thing, which is fine. I do think it maybe suits you a little bit, but can we just try? I don't want the tongue to be as like heavy in that in a. I'd actually like it a little bit more precise. So, oh, hello, little one. Can we try and make sure it's just the tip of the tongue making the N sound in a? And as soon as we've finished with the in, we're releasing it before we're saying in I don't want it too assimilated at this point, just for this exercise.
In a.
Good. In a.
In a.
Yeah, good, good, good. In a. And rather than it being at the back of the throat, can we try and keep it again more in the mouth? A little bit more ugly.
In a.
Yeah, good, good. In a. Forward.
In a.
Yeah, okay, fantastic. Really good. I want you to do the whole tongue twister again, and don't be afraid to break that up again like I've just done. I just want to see if you can do it in context for me, okay? A proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee pot.
A proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee pot.
Good, good, good. Well done, well done. Oh, I nearly dropped my microphone. So you turned the schwa into an A, and that's fine. That was good. That was really, really good. What I'm just trying to avoid is sometimes, yeah, I think your tongue was just slightly misshapen, and so the precision of the word was maybe a little bit muddy. You did really, really well there. I just wanted to make sure we got the precision of in a. Can you see how precise and thin my tongue is there? In a. It's really just that tip lifting. And again, I think you had that accent kind of right for like more of that like gong ho, like I'm kind of like an Essex girl kind of thing. Like that's a little bit more what we do. We're a little bit more lazy with the tongue. But actually, I don't know if I want that necessarily all the time. But you did really well, and there was nothing wrong with it. It was just an observation I had, and I wanted to see if you could do something else. Does that make sense, Tatiana?
Yeah, thank you for that.
You did really, really well. That's fine. Again, just a general note for you guys, segueing off of what I've just kind of gone over with Tatiana, is I'd say like if and your accent was spot on in that tongue twister, I would say generally, Tatiana. So fantastic work. Try multitudes of different ways with things. Just because you've got it right in like a bit more of a certain kind of British accent, don't be afraid to try and go a little bit more Queen's English or King's English with it. With Paulina, I actually asked her to be a bit more proper and a bit more Queeny with it, just to get that precision in there. When we don these different personas, we often discover more flexibility and dexterity in our voices and in our accents, okay? So again, nothing specific for you to remember to work on, Tatiana, but just be aware of maybe mixing it up a little bit. That was great. Well done. Lovely.
Thank you.
You're welcome, darling. Anastasia B, please.
Hello. I chose the third one.
Yep, off you go.
I had 7 specially selected sausages.
Lovely. One more time.
I had 7 specially selected sausages.
Yeah, really, really good. 7 specially. Just say specially.
Specially.
Yeah.
Specially.
Specially. Be careful. Make sure it's still that S sound, not specially. Specially.
Specially.
Yeah.
Specially.
Yeah, excellent. And on that lee sound at the end of the word, can we try and keep it a little bit more grounded? Specially. So it's almost like a thicker L and less of a quick tappy L. Specially.
Specially.
Yeah, good. Lee.
Specially.
Did you feel your reluctance to use the corners there? You were like, oh. Love it. Well done. Really, really well done for committing and keeping it there. Specially.
Specially.
Yeah, good, good, good. Sitting on that E a little bit more. That's not specific with every Y ending word, everybody, but on that one, I wanted a little bit more of that from Anastasia, so really good. Just say selected sausages for me.
Selected sausages.
One more time.
Selected sausages.
Yes.
Selected sausages.
Yeah, excellent. So now I give you permission you've got a nice clarity on selected. Just be careful. I give you permission to kind of ease off of the acted too much. We don't want the kind of plosive k and t too thick and gloopy. Let's try and make it a little bit more smooth for me. And on top of that, another thing for you to think about, because I'm pushing you, that L in selected. Now I want that one a little bit lighter. It's not too heavy in the back of the throat. It's more at the front. Where do we make the L sound? La 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 la, especially when it's accompanied by two vowel sounds either side. It's usually a lighter L, okay? So make sure it's at the front of the mouth, not here. Lected, lected. Can you hear the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Try and get
Selected.
all of that in one word.
Selected.
Again.
Selected.
Yeah.
Selected.
Good, good, good. And now ease off the L. Pretend I didn't even give you a note there. Selected.
Selected.
Lovely, lovely. Good,
Selected.
good, good. Well done, well done, well done. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'll pause it there. That's all I've got for you, my love. Have you got any questions?
Oh, no, thank you very much.
You're welcome. That was great. Well done. And last but not least, again, Dimitri K.
Hi, finally.
Finally, well done.
Yeah.
We got there. Off you go.
I will do the first one. It looks more complicated for me.
Uh-huh.
A proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee pot.
Excellent. Fantastic effort. Well done. A was spot on. Proper, we did get a bit of that tap tar in the front of the word. Proper. Can you just say proper? I haven't forgotten about you, Lily. I did,
Yeah,
but
it's my R. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
proper.
Proper. So let's break,
Proper.
yeah, pause for me. Let's break it up. It's going to sound not like the word, but what I want to hear is proper.
Proper.
Good. Well done. Proper.
Proper.
Excellent. So you've got a lovely, again, this is something I don't often see, which is great. I am seeing it. You're using your lips on the R sound. And this
I'm
is
trying to
maybe
compensate it because it's hard for me to
but
say it in a different way. Yeah.
really, we should be using those lips on the R sound. And actually, maybe this is what Olia was kind of asking earlier. We have a reluctance to use the lips in certain shapes now, in the British accent. So the fact that you're doing it is the right thing to do for sure. So it needs to accompany that tongue lifting. When
Yeah,
we make
exactly.
the per, the R isn't actually touching the roof of the mouth at any point. It's just lifting and rising to release to make the r sound. So you were doing it spot on. I'm just trying to give you a bit more clarity of what you're actually doing. So just try one more time. Proper.
Proper.
Yeah, careful. We don't want that R to touch at any point. Proper.
Proper.
Good, good, good. Slow it down.
Proper.
Yeah. Use your hand for me. This is your tongue. Proper.
Proper.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to flick it away. Proper.
Proper.
Like a cat. Purr. Purr. Yeah,
Purr.
you see my tongue isn't even lifting actually when I say
Yeah.
that. Proper.
Proper.
Okay, good. Well done. I think that's just something that I'd like you to work on. Really
Yeah.
being clear and using your hand if it helps. If it doesn't help, that's fine. But really visualizing that tongue lifting and not letting it touch the roof of your mouth because that's the minute it touches, then we'll get the airflow interrupting it. And that's when we get that lovely tapped R sound, which I enjoy, but not in a British accent. Okay,
So
Dimitri?
it doesn't touch at all teeth as well, so nothing
Yeah.
should be
Yeah.
touched.
Yeah, for sure. Just say coffee for me as well. I just want to address
Coffee.
coffee. Yeah, coffee. What I'm hearing is it's quite at the O sound is staying at the back of the mouth and the tongue at the back of the tongue is quite lifted. I actually think the front is in the good position. I want you to try and get the back of the tongue to meet the front of the tongue. Co.
Coffee.
Yeah,
Coffee.
better.
Coffee.
Yeah, good. You got a good lips dexterity again, which is good to see. What I'd like a little bit more of is just the forget the fee part of the word, the F. Can we just try co? Co.
Co. Co.
You've got it down. Now with the F, don't lose the shape of the O in there. Coffee.
Coffee.
Excellent, much better. Well done. And then similar to what I gave lovely Anastasia prior to you, on the E sound, can we make sure we sit on that E sound? Because at the moment you're just crushing it a little bit,
Yeah.
and we're losing it, the word. Coffee.
Coffee.
Thank you so much, darling. That was great. Could you hear and feel the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a good willingness to use your articulators, which is spot on. Don't be afraid to maybe just let them relax a little bit, even though you're concentrating. It's going to take time, but you're doing everything right. And really good call and response when I was giving you specifics. You were taking that on board really, really well. So fantastic. Any questions?
No, thanks.
Good.
Thank you.
Final thing I just wanted to say to you. So when you do the R,
Mhm.
off, we're going straight into the F. It's not coffee. Cough.
Oh,
Yeah, so guys, generally, certain vowel sounds followed by certain consonants are harder to do. When we do the F sound after an E or with an E following, F-E, it kind of works. But if we're going off,
oh, okay.
it's harder to do, right? So that's why I think in particular that word maybe is just a bit
Okay.
was a bit more of a struggle, but you're smashing it. So well done. Okay, Dimitri?
Thank you.
You're welcome in love. Fantastic. And finally, last but not least, Lily. Bet Lily was like, "You forgot me twice." I haven't. We're back. Let's do this. And then we're going to have a little brief round. Lightning round always turns into not so lightning round with me because I want to give you some specifics and hear, hello, little one. Um, get to know you all. What we will do is more script work next session. This is just a really good introductory point for me to get to know all of your voices a little bit. And believe me, I do remember you and think of you in the week. Lily, what do you want to work on?
Um, let's do the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Whose shoes should she choose?
Mm-hmm. Good. So to contradict a note I gave somebody else earlier, hose, it sounds like you're scooping up and under on hose, which is great. I actually want you to go over and land on it more. Whose? Think like a little rainbow at the back of your throat coming up to the lips.
Whose?
Oh, can we all hear the difference? Fantastic. That was spot on. Say the whole tongue twister with that whose, please.
Whose shoes should we choose?
Well done, well done, well done. I think we went a little bit backwards on whose. Whose?
Whose shoes should we choose?
Yeah, good, good, good. Get in there. Well done. Whose? So now we've kind of gone up and over. Now I want the pitch to say the same, but the energy to go up and over. Whose?
Whose?
Yeah, okay, good, good, good. And on the end of whose, can we make sure it's got a Z sound on it, not just the S? I know it's
Whose?
an S. Whose? Yeah, Z.
Whose shoes should we choose?
Lovely. Well done, well done. It does say should she choose as well. You're saying should
Oh.
V. Yeah, so just make sure it's she for me one more
Whose?
time.
Whose shoes should she choose?
Thank you so much. Really, really good. Just a note on the mistake though, V should V. So whenever it's we, make sure we don't get that v in there, okay? It has got to be that W sound. W. Just give me that, please.
What? Whose?
Don't worry about the tongue twister for now. Let's just look at the exercise. Just give me 3 was. W. Everyone join in.
What?
Excellent. Well done. And now let's just do the V just to feel it. V.
Va.
Excellent. Those two things have got to remain separate in our British accents. The minute we say V or vivent to the wherever, you've lost us. We know you are not British. Really, really good. You can definitely highlight both of those. So that's great. Just say for me, whose shoes?
Whose shoes?
Yeah, excellent. And good call and response. So what I was just testing there, everyone, just so you've got context, is Lily's ability to match my pitch, and she did it really well. Whose shoes? So this is something we're going to come to in the script work in a moment. Really, really good. You were matching my intonation, and that's kind of a natural feeling with the word. We're going to come to that in the script. Just do the whole tongue twister one more time for me, and make sure we're not keeping the lips just sat here the whole time. Whose shoes should she choose? Whose shoes should she choose? Break it up that much for me so I can see the lips releasing more. Okay, one more time.
Whose shoes should she choose?
Good, better. Well done, well done. Even though it's a tongue twister, sometimes I really want you to isolate the words with a little bit more clarity. You were still bringing should she choose quite chewy together. I'd split those up a little bit more. So for you, just practicing that pucker sucker smiling,
Okay.
kind of melting action. It would be good practice for you. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, you look fabulous. It's great. It's a great look. Have you got any questions, Lily?
No, thank you.
Lovely. You're very welcome. That was fantastic. All right, guys, let's get on to this script finally. I really appreciate you all kind of having a little bit of individual time with me. Like I say, I always think it's going to be a lightning round, but then I want to give you so much individually and hear more from each of you individually that it takes longer. We're going to come to the script now. And in fact, let's make this our homework before next week. I'd love for all of you to just practice recording this. And what I'll do is I'll maybe record myself doing one part of it, and then you can slot in and send it in the group chat just so I can hear and see what you've done. I'm going to be the shop assistant in this example, and I just want you all to slot in and read the customer response for me. Of course, I'm not going to be able to hear you all. I want you to do this all individually with your microphones off, and then what we'll do is we'll practice it one-to-one in the group, okay? So let's just have a little run of our little scene. And the thing I want you to think of most of all, did you hear me then? I went the thing. I used the F. There's my Essex roots coming through. Nothing wrong with it, but that's not what I want you to be saying, most of you at this point. The thing that I want you to be thinking of with this is matching my energy, okay? I'm a shop assistant. I'm trying to make your day. You're buying yourself some lovely new clothes. Let's be in a good mood about it, yeah? So feed off of my energy. And I really want you to focus on thinking, how can you do that with your pitch, with your energy, with your clarity, or maybe the lack of clarity in how you're responding to what I'm saying. This is quite a down-to-earth interaction, so let's keep it that way. It's not too formal at this point, although we can practice that another time. So if we've got our scripts ready, I'm going to be the shop assistant, you're going to be the customer. Let's have a little go. Can I help you? We've got it in white, black, red, and purple. What size do you want? Okay, in medium, I've got black and red. No, just black and red. Yes, of course, the changing rooms are over there. Is it okay? Fabulous. That's £10.95. Would you like to pay by credit card or with cash? Okay, thanks. That's £9, 5p change, and here's your receipt. Toodaloo. I do say things like that, I must say. I say toodaloo, I say cheerio, and because I'm in America at the moment, I'm really leaning into my British accent. Toodle pip, I've been known to say. Well done, everybody. How was that? Fun? Weird? Good? Good. Let's swap around now. So I want you to be the shop assistant and I'm going to be the customer. Okay. So again, I know it's a bit tricky because we're kind of doing it individually, but not as a group. Let's have a go when you're ready. Yes. Have you got this t-shirt in other colors? Medium. Oh, and in purple? Okay, red. Can I try it on? Yes, I'll take it. Cash, please. Here's 20. Thank you so much for your help. Have a great day. A little bit of improv at the end there for you.
That's what we love to do. Good. So what we've done there is I've recorded this, of course. This is going to be on the video. When we come to the group and you want to practice this, feel free to come back to this video. I'll send the link as soon as I've uploaded it. And I want you to slot in with that when you're recording yourself. Does that make sense? So you've got a recording of both, and I want you to practice both. There's a couple things I do want to query and complain about the script. There is one thing that we would rarely say, I would say, in our British accents, and that is, would you like to pay by credit card or with cash? Does anyone know what else we might say? Don't be shy. Feel free to unmute at this point. We can have a bit of an open conversation. Any idea?
Cash or card?
Cash or card? Card or cash? Yeah, we wouldn't ever say credit card. I do think that's a bit of an Americanism.
It's very American.
Yeah, credit card. Would you like to put that on your Amex? No, thank you. Cash is fine. Yeah, cash or card. That's kind of what we say, and it is normally in that order, cash or card, not card or cash. Can you hear like one feels right and one just doesn't? There's quite a lot of weird like nuances like that in the British accent where we're just like, oh, that sounds weird. Like you wouldn't say it like that. You just would say cash or card. So that's one thing I'd like you to be aware of when you're recording your practice in the group. Also, if you do want to like meet up in pairs or whatever and record this practicing with each other, I think it is a good little interaction to practice. Also, is there anything else actually? I'm just curious from your own viewpoints. Is there anything that feels a bit weird or off in the script that you think maybe you could change or would change depending on being British or just the interaction generally? We certainly would condense certain things, but go on, who's speaking? Go on.
It's Andre.
Yeah.
What size do you want? I think the Brits would say, what size would you like?
What size would you like? Yeah, for sure. And even just like what size?
Yeah.
What size? Yeah, because there's and the odd thing is as well, I would actually argue, no, I guess in some shops you do have to ask the size, don't you? I would argue it's almost rude to ask someone what size they are. And I think we Brits are a bit careful of that. I'm working a bit of a retail job at the moment, in fact, and like sometimes I have to say, what's your price range? And I'm in America, so I'm a bit like, well, I don't want to, insult anyone by saying like, oh, how cheap do you want to go? So it's kind of like we're very mindful of that as Brits. I think we're always trying not to be rude. Yeah, we're more polite, lol. Definitely. And I think there's just that awareness, you don't want to say to someone, oh, are you a 10? Are you a 16? Like you don't want to ask that or bring that up, generally. So it's normally, I would say, so maybe let that reflect when you're practicing. How would I say that in as polite a way as possible? What other tools can you implement, like your pitch, like your expression, like your body language, to help you come across less rude and more polite in that circumstance? Does that make sense, everybody? Because that's half of the battle, isn't it? I think they do say like, I don't know what the stat is, isn't it? Like 65% of how we come across is our body language and our facial expressions, as opposed to actually what we're saying. It's more how we're saying it and our physicality that's matching. Good. Was there anything else? Anyone got any questions? Did anything feel a bit clunky when you were reading it, or that you just couldn't quite articulate, or I did differently that you think, why did you do that? Just let me know. Don't worry if not. Lovely. Okay, excellent. That's £9, 5p change. Nine. Again, I feel like that's something. Okay, thanks. The £9, 5p change. One thing I would like you to practice actually is counting out the money back, because that is a tactic that they do teach people in cash handling now. And I know none of you are probably going to be working in like a shop in the UK, but this is still good practice. Counting it back. So when you get cash, I don't know if do you know what I mean when I say counting it back? Like you count the money out in front of the customer. So if it's 10.95, you'd go, okay, so you'd get the 5p and you'd go, that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, £20 change. So not £20 change, but there's your change back, £9, 5p, but I've counted it out to round up to the 20 so that you know you've got the correct change. Does that make sense? Yeah, so maybe add that in a little bit, even though in the recording I probably haven't given you time to do that. that's a good kind of little thing to practice. And those numbers do come into play all the time when we're talking in our British accents with cash and exchanging money and yeah, just buying stuff generally. White, black, red, and purple. What size? Yeah, what size do you want? What size do you like? What size? Any size in particular? Is another way that we might say that. Any size in particular? Good. Does anyone want to have a quick go reading with me? Pop your hands up. We won't get through everyone. I'm going to be the customer. So who wants to be the shop assistant? Excellent. Olia's hand was up first, so I'm going to go with you. Let me pin myself as well. And I really want us to play off each other.
Is it okay if after this one I leave?
No. Of course you can leave. How funny. We do wrap up at 7, guys, but I will just leave a few more minutes afterwards just to answer any questions. It looks like we're maybe only going to get through 1 or 2 of you, but let's just see. Add pin. There we go. When you're ready, you are the shop assistant. I'm your customer.
Can I help you?
Yes. Have you got this t-shirt in other colors?
We've got it in white, black, red, and purple. What size do you want? Or I can make adjustments. Okay, all right. What size would you like?
Medium, please.
Okay, in medium we've got black and red.
And in purple?
No, just black and red. Sorry.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll have red. Can I try it on?
Sure. The charging rooms are over there. Is it okay?
Yes, I'll take it. I love the red.
That's £10.95. Cash or card?
Cash, actually, please. Here's 20.
Okay, thanks. That's £9.05p change, and here is your receipt.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta! I love ta-ta. Lovely.
I always wanted to try it.
Yeah, you did it, and you smashed it. One thing I would add as well, everyone, general note, in a medium. I think it's very rare we'd actually say in medium, even though I think that actually grammatically that is the right thing to say. But it'd be like, oh, in a medium, like in a medium size. So I actually would also say, we'd say in a medium or a small or a large. So it's that schwa coming into play. Really, really good. And I think you corrected yourself when you said change. Here's your change. But when you said changing rooms, you said changing rooms or something like that. So just make sure that A sound is still present in there. Okay, good. And yeah, £10.95. I would say £10.95. Even though
I think because you said it £10.
Exactly. I'm just giving you another alternative that we can all play with. So yeah, either or is fabulous. And usually people pay by card now, don't they? They don't even say cash or card. It's normally just like people pull out their card and you just automatically press the card button. And so that's why I said cash actually, because usually that catches people off guard because we don't normally pay for cash with cash, right? So again, just giving you more food for thought, guys, to keep playing around with this scene. I know it's a really simple scene, but I think it's really actually useful for you to get used to some of the British behaviors that we have for sure. Well done, Olia. I'm going to remove you. You can leave now.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I can see 4 hands up. Ta-ta. I'm going to get through all 4 of you. Let's just quickly do this together. And we'll come to Andre next. If any of you do need to go because time is up, that's absolutely fine. Please feel free to leave. Just let me know that you are going. And if you've got any questions, just hang around and we'll come to those at the end. I'll just give you a bit of extra time at the end, okay? Andre, I would like you, please, to be the shop assistant as well, actually.
Okay.
Thank you.
Shall we start?
Yes, please.
Can I help you?
Yeah, have you got this t-shirt in other colors?
Yes, we've got it in white, black, red, and purple. What size would you like?
A medium, please.
Okay. In medium, we've got black and red only.
So no purple.
No, just black and red, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. What do you think would suit me better?
I actually think black will suit you better.
Okay, let's try the black. Can I try it on?
Yes, of course. The changing rooms are over there. Is it okay?
I love it. You were right. The black's so much good, better on me. I look amazing. Yes, I'll take it.
Yes, you do look amazing, actually. Well, that's £10 95p. Would you like to pay by card or by cash?
Cash, please. Here's 20.
Okay, thanks. That's £9 5p change. And here is your receipt.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Everyone's doing that at the moment as well, aren't they? Bye. Fantastic. Well done. Well done. Was there anything that felt clunky to you? Well handled on the improv, by the way, but was there anything that you wish you did better or any thoughts?
Well, there is always room for improvement, isn't it?
Always, always. You did
Always,
really, really,
always.
really well though, and well handled with my improv though. That was great. So again, can you see guys how like naturally you can kind of bounce off each other a little bit? And I thought Andre did a really good job working off the cuff, and he remembered the circumstances, like the flattery. Oh, black would look good on you, actually. Yeah. Oh, I told you it would look good on you. You know, th all that sort of thing is very I do think we kind of think the Brits are very reserved and not really like that, but actually, like having met me, I'm sure you've realized I'm a little bit more outgoing, and maybe not your stereotypical Brit. And that's why I want you to kind of think outside the box with these things. Like, how does your personality match the situation? And sticking true to that and running with it. Really, really good. One thing that you did do, Andre, that I would say is you said that's £10 and 95p. I like that you added the p in there. Again, I'm not sure we'd necessarily do that in that sort of interaction, but I actually thought it worked really nicely, and I thought it was quite playful and quite nice and refreshing to hear. Would you like to pay cash or card? And then what did you say? Okay, thanks. I'd say that bit was just a little bit robotic, but I know obviously you're reading a script and that's fine, so whatever. But when we do have those, I think it's also the punctuation in the script, the commas either side of that. We rarely kind of enforce that when we're speaking. If I'm teaching an acting student Shakespeare, I'm going to make sure they don't forget the commas. But in casual kind of colloquial, you know, engagements with people, we don't really honor those too much. So I would say to you that just don't be afraid to let things assimilate and melt into one a little bit more. I mean, I know obviously you're still very new at this, but like it's really good, really, really good. Does that make sense what I'm kind of saying?
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
awesome, but lovely.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
good. You're welcome. Oh yeah, and in medium, you said. Again, in a medium. I'm going to make that a flat thing I want from everyone. In a medium. Yeah? Can we all do that? Makes sense. A medium. A medium, please. Great. Thanks, Andre. Excellent work. Lovely. Alina. I want you to
I'm
be
here.
I want you to be the shop assistant as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I help you?
Yeah, have you got this t-shirt in other colors, please?
We've got it in white, black, red, and purple. What size do you want?
Large.
Okay. In large, we've got black and red.
And in purple, no large?
Oh, I'm afraid just black and red.
Okay, red. Can I try it on?
Yes, of course. The changing rooms are over there. Is it okay?
Yeah, I'll take it. I like it baggy.
Yeah, that's 10.95. Would you, sorry, cash or card?
Cash, please. Here's 20.
Okay, oh, sorry. Okay, thanks. That's £9 5p change. And do you need a receipt?
No receipt. That's fine. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Have a nice day.
Yeah,
Bye.
well done. Good improv. And she checked, do you want your receipt? That's a common question, right? With a small purchase, we don't always need the receipt. So well done. Good, Alina.
Yeah, you know, now I live in Ireland and people like would constantly ask this question, like, do you need a receipt?
Yeah, absolutely. And they always print automatically anyway, but then we just screw them up.
Yes,
What a
yes.
waste of paper. Excellent, fantastic. And Yeah, good. Did you notice how brilliantly Alina kind of, when I said a large, she was like, oh, okay. Again, this is stuff that
I'm
you can
sorry.
play with. It was good, but it was good because she was like using the word and exaggerating the sound in that word naturally to influence like how she was feeling, like it was all flowing naturally. So it's like, oh, okay, fine. Like we do that a lot of the time. It wasn't like you just slipped back into your native way of kind of going or anything like that. You used that. So again, guys, this is stuff to really start picking up and trying to implement when you can to sound that bit more natural. There was one thing here. Oh yeah, so I said here's 20 and you were like, okay, thanks, great. You didn't do anything wrong with this, Alina, but just a thought. Sometimes when you give it to the cash person, they then say, yes, that's 20. Like they acknowledge it as well, so that they make sure they give you the right change back. So similar to counting it out back, you might just say, that's 20, hold it up, squiggle it with the pen, check it's real, and then move on. But lovely. There was one thing that you did say, of course. Just say of course.
Of course.
Course. Can we have
Course.
course?
Course.
Horse, like more of a horsey sound. Yeah, course.
Okay, course, of course.
Yeah, be careful it doesn't sound
Of course, just
or.
course, not
Yeah, it's more of the
long
or.
enough, I think.
Yeah. It's more of that or sound, like an oar that you would use in your canoe. Yeah, I wouldn't just, again, this is a sound actually that I find quite a lot of people do struggle with. So that's one for all of you to bear in mind. Make sure it is a nice long or sound. Or I am definitely canoeing out my tongue when I make that sound. And can you see how my lips are super round? Core. I'm making a lot of
Course.
space in here. Yeah, of course. Of course. And then I'm releasing it
This,
when I get to the S. Make sense?
can I, yeah, and can I ask a question? Does
Yeah.
this, of course, sounds the same as like cause, like reason for something, or there's this sounds differently, like the
Mm,
cause of something,
course of
or
action. Yeah, course. No, it's the same.
oh,
It's like
it's the
course,
same.
like if
Okay.
the fabric is course, or the course, the obstacle course, the course of
Uh-huh.
action
Okay.
in the meeting is this. Yeah, it's the same.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well done, Alina. Fabulous
Mhm.
work. We've got final two
Thank you.
people, and then if you have got any questions, feel free to put them in the chat and I'll get to them, or hang on till the end. Let's just do another little practice. Anastasia, I want you to be the customer.
Okay.
Can I help you?
Oh yes. Have you got this T-shirt in other colors?
Yeah, we've got it in white, black, red, and purple. What size would you like?
In a medium, please.
Oh, okay. In a medium, we've only got black and red, actually.
And in purple?
Just a small and a large, no medium, sorry.
Okay. Red. Can I try it?
Yes, you can, and I didn't offer you that, so well done. Good running with it. Yes, you can. The changing rooms are over there. How's it fitting? Do you feel good? Is it okay?
Yeah. I'll take it.
Great. That's 10.95. Would you like to pay with card or with cash today?
Um, Cash, please. Here's 20.
That's 20. Thanks. And there's £9, 5p change. Do you want your receipt?
Oh no, thanks.
Great. I'll put it in the bag for no, I won't. I'll screw it up for you and throw it away. Have a lovely day. Nice to meet you.
Oh, likewise. Thanks. Bye.
Likewise. Yes, loved it. Well done. Fantastic. How was that for you, Anastasia? Is that good?
Yeah, good. Sounds like script always is changed.
It was. I'm sorry. I kept you on your toes. You did very, very well though. Likewise, that's a really common thing that we do say these days as well. So that's quite a good little phrase. So well done. Loved that. There was something you said that I did want to pick you up on. What was it? What was I trying to- Oh, I can't remember. If I think of it, I'll remember and I'll tell you. Cash, please, is 20. Oh, I can't remember what it was. I think it was one of the improv things. Oh no, it was t-shirt, shirt,
T-shirt.
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 Yeah, not shirt, shirt. So we need those
T-shirt.
pursed lips. Shirt.
T-shirt.
Yeah, better.
But it's a no vowels.
It's
right?
the sound.
Yes.
Shirt.
T-shirt.
Yeah.
T-shirt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good. Well done. That was the one. That was what I was trying to get to. But that was fantastic. Well done.
Yeah.
Well responded. Keeping up with my cheeky antics, keeping you on your toes. Right, last one, and then we're going to wrap it up for today unless anyone's got any questions. And then I want you to practice this in the group, and I want you to send a recording of you speaking with me or somebody else doing this, okay? Julia A, please, let's have a go. And I want you to be the shop assistant this time.
Okay. Hello. Welcome to our shop. No. Am I a shop assistant?
Yes, you are.
Assistant. Yes. Yes. Welcome to our shop. Can I help you?
Yes. Have you got this amazing t-shirt in any other colors?
We've got it in white, black, red, and purple. What size do you want?
Just a medium.
Medium. I think it will be good for you. Okay. In medium, we've got black in red.
Okay, and purple?
Oh, sorry. No, just black in red.
Oh, that's okay. I'll have the red. Can I try it on?
Yes, of course. The changing rooms are over there. Is it okay?
Yes, I love it. I'll take it.
That's 10.95. Would you like to pay by credit card, or with cash?
Cash. Here's 20.
Okay, thanks. That's £9 p 5p change. And here's your receipt.
Perfect. Thank you so much. See you soon.
See you. Thank you.
Good. Did you see how Julia did really well at the end there? See you soon. See you. She copied my intonation again. This is a really common thing, especially in meeting and greeting and leaving. You'll copy it. Nice to see you. Nice to see you too. See you next time. Okay, see you next time. Like we always kind of build off what we're given, and you did that really, really nice and naturally, Julia. Well done.
Like a mirror.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God, ciao, ciao. It's beautiful, lovely, really good. There was lots of, what I would say for you is that you're breaking yourself up quite a lot. You are adding where you're thinking, and it's completely natural. Again, I don't want you to get in your head thinking I shouldn't say or or anything. We do it naturally, and this is for all of you. Like we do it. I know we always think, see, even just then I did it. I know we always think we shouldn't do that to sound proper, but it doesn't matter. I think it actually helps you sound more natural, right? So with you, Julia, you were doing it quite a lot, which I will forgive, I don't mind. But I'd say it's actually stopping you finding the flow of the text. So I'm going to ask you, when you're practicing this script or any of your text, just really try and resist the urge to break yourself up and give your time to think about it. One thing that I think we do really well as Brits is that we kind of bob along the sentence pretty well. I talk about Shakespeare a lot, but there's not a natural rhythm with certain poetry and with certain Shakespeare texts. But in our natural life and our natural conversations, we do have a bit of a bob along, bounce up and down the hill kind of rhythm with our intonation pattern as Brits. And I think there is a decision to kind of follow through with the sentences generally, not always, but I think you kept hindering yourself, which made you trip up even more. So I'll just encourage you to try and have a little bit more confidence, Julia, in your ability to just roll with it, okay, and let that breath just kind of flow out from you. But apart from that, I thought you did really, really well. Maybe there was one word again. It's the or sound, I think, that of course is throwing a few of you off. And then changing rooms, yeah?
Changing.
Yeah, for sure.
Changing.
But excellent work. Really, really good. Loved that sing-song ending as well. That was fantastic. Right, let's pause it there then. Well done, Julia. If anyone's got any questions specific to anything that we've done today, please speak up now or forever hold your peace. If you have any questions, run away if you need to run away. That's fine. I realize we're running over. If you've got any questions, please put them in the group chat. But if you want anything answered now's an opportunity. I'll just stop talking for a few minutes. If anyone has got anything they want to say or share, please feel free. But if you do need to run, off you go. Anyone? Any thoughts, feelings, questions? Love hearts? More love hearts. Lovely. Excellent. Be brave. Don't be shy. If you have got any questions or anything you want to check or talk about, no. Lovely. Use the group. Well done, everyone. Fantastic focus today. Really good to meet all of you. Like I said, any questions whatsoever, please just put them in the chat. You've only got me for 4 weeks and 4 sessions. So next session, we might open with this a little bit just to see how we're getting on. But we will have a different script and a different scene. I'm going to be writing them myself, so they'll sound perhaps a little bit less Americanized than this one. But yeah, a lot of them will be more natural interactions that we have. But if you've got any suggestions as well, please do let me know. Like if you struggle with restaurants or the train ticket guard or bus stops or anything like that, yeah, throw out some suggestions to me and I'll be happy to try and include those as well to make sure that you're all getting the most value and useful stuff out of this. Okay, lovely to see you all. Let's wrap it up there. And have a lovely rest of your day, everyone. Nice to meet you all. See you soon.
Bye.
See you, bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Anytime.
Bye.
Great work.
Thank
Great
you.
work. Ciao for now. I'll just hang on if anyone has got any questions. Fab. Great work, everybody. Lovely stuff. End meeting.